always well. Yes. Also using the front-facing camera, and my eyes are shot because... Shut up. Everything's going to be backwards tonight, so you're just going to have to deal with that because I'm using the front-facing camera. Hey, you want to see my nipples? Too bad. Yep. Tonight we are going to be using the front facer. It's what I feel like using. Mouse, what is up? I just don't feel like doing it the other way today. Alright, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Also helps if you used it the right way. Yeah. How many of you seen the new range video and the short that I put up? I finally got that Gerson running good. It runs good. Yes. Hold on a second. Oh, the turning gimbal is locked it up. Ow, the fan just hurt me. Everything hurt me. I'm a bad boy. Wild Wednesday, so let's see how many of you fucks come in here and just start throwing shit. There we go. There we go. Now we got a little bit of a selection. DB, what is up? How many days you been up? All of them. When I try to read, my eyes go wonky. So, shit happens. Maybe I should move over a little bit. There we go. AG, what is up? There is that beautiful Beretta. I watched the full range video. Nice. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm just tired, man. Oh, well, looks like it's moving. It may be. You never know. But this way I can at least adjust my white balance on the fly. Got a CMMG Banshee in the Midnight Bronze 9mm used for $1,000 with a Vortex Venom. Am I getting a good deal? Yeah, that's a perfectly fine price, man. I had the same setup, but not with the Vortex, and I think I paid $9 for mine. Caddy Wampkus. Hello, CWL. What's up, dude? Make sure to hit the like button. So, yeah, your stuff is sent out, but I laid down and fell asleep, man. I'm not going to show your shipping information on live, but rest assured, it's on the way. Yes. LEDs, man. Here, let me add one more light and blow it out completely and see what happens. No, don't do it, Jiminy. But I want to cause chaos. No! Don't cause the chaos. But if we aren't the chaos, we are the lost. We are the youth of a nation. That might actually maintain the white balance a little better. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. It's up far out. Yeah. Finally moved my last Beretta tip up and dagger. Nice. Glad to hear that, dude. So all you new people come and say hello. And yes, everything's backwards because fine, fuck it. Don't worry. We're getting there, kids. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. I gotta clean that. Okay. Ah, shit. DB, I swear to Christ, if you just texted me, I'm gonna ban you for a week. Swear to fucking Christ, dude. You act like I won't do it. You think I won't time your ass out? Think I won't make you pay? There. And, of course, the white balance is completely blown out. But I don't give a shit. The Romanian AK is looking schmexy. Yeah, it does okay. It's doing okay. I hate this fucking update, dude. It has completely ruined the white balance on this phone. Is that a Romanian? Yes. Looks better this way. It's in higher resolution and everything is the right way up. But yeah. Also, that one handgun turned the wrong way is really starting to throw me off. Bro, it's the fucking hat. The hat is throwing off my white balance. Samsung, it's just Android in general. Androids in general got a new update and it fucked everything up. But yes, Samsung specifically. Fuck you guys. Not you, the camera mount. It's not blinding. Shut up. You're fine. No, I'm not shutting the lights off. I don't want to shut the lights off. Also, fuck you. Also, my mods, I want you to leave as much stuff as you possibly can. Just leave it the fuck alone. It'll be fine. It's not the light, it's my head. So when I look up or look down, the white balance just auto resets. How do you feel about putting all the handguns on the wall directly behind you and the rifles on the other wall? Thank you for your suggestion, but no. My wall, my rules. Any revolvers? I have some. Yeah, the new UI of Samsung is making me want to kill Samsung. Missing a lot of important things. Yeah. I have to go through it all and redo it all. Can't put the boobs on the wall. I can do those on the OnlyFans. Thoughts on Kiapa? I don't think about Kiapa. Kiapa can kiss my Kiapa. Also, that 22 is way too high. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen. What pegboard hooks did you buy? Where'd they go? Literally, they're just China brand China. So they're just 1.5 inch. They're cheap. They hold up the guns. They're black. They're plastic, so they won't scratch them. Except for the long guns. They sit on long metal ones. How do you take care of guns with wood? Keep them clean is the most part, and then keep them in a stable temperature. You don't want to let them get too humid. You don't want them to get too dry. You don't want them to get too hot. You don't want them too cold. Temperature is very important for wood stocks. Your Camry tech was glitchy, but you got it figured out now. Nice. The higher the gun, the deadlier it is. Only if it falls on my dumb ass. Tell you that much. If it falls and hits the jaw. I just burped the dude. So yeah, all you new people, come in here. Start talking, dude. I want to hear everything. I want to know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are feeling, what your predictions are for your day and tomorrow and your life, and why you eat banana smoothies and eat bananas sideways. Is that a high point? It's a yeet cannon, baby. Did you get a chance to compare the Alpha to the STI in 2011s? I saw the short. No, I'm not really comparing them to them because they're completely different guns. The Alpha is really cool, but the Alpha really only compares to like a 226 or a CG75, which I could do that comparison, I guess, because it's not a 1911 platform. It doesn't have a linear trigger, so, and then the trigger is not as good as a either one of my 2011s. Do you eat breakfast? I don't have a set food schedule. I eat when I'm hungry. What's up, Stone? Trump in 2028. Yeah, that's not going to happen unless he decides to send an executive order saying he can serve more than 2 terms. You know how many slide optics ready for the Beretta 92? An optics ready slide? No, because you usually have to add an adapter because the top of a Beretta has the drop safety. Is that a Ruger dressed up as a Han Solo blaster? Yes, at 9:30. So in 20 minutes, I'm going to do a wall walkthrough, and that is a Ruger Mark IV. It's done up to look like Bill Burr's pistol from the Mandalorian series or whatever the frick series it's from. You need the Glock Flux. No. Love the 22 with the scope. Thank you. DB, leave most of the comments unless they spam them or they're racist or blatantly attacking somebody. That doesn't attack me. I don't care. People with small peepees write that kind of shit. Any plans to upgrade the Alpha trigger? Not really. I just wanted the Alpha because I don't have one. I'll probably only shoot it a few more times. Thoughts on Rock Island 1911s? Rock Island 1911s are good, man. They're great to start with. You can just run them or you can upgrade them. You have a lot of choice. Is that Star Wars gun just as accurate? Well, considering if it's in the hands of somebody in the Rebel Alliance, yes. If you're talking about the Empire, a Stormtrooper, yeah. What's your favorite gun to use? 1911s just in general. 2011s really. The Gerson double stack, the one with the light next to the play button, is my favorite gun right at the moment. Well, your package is small, so it's not a lie. Thank you. What do I think about Wilson Combat? They do good upgrades and stuff. I don't really care for like their Wilson Combat, just like their straight up manufacturer releases, because they half-ass it because they're busy doing their other guns. You can't mass produce a hand-fit gun. Have no fear, your favorite viewer is here. Mountain Man is in the house. The Heezy Fasheezy. Your thoughts on Tupperware versus Dollar Tree or Temu plastic containers? That's an interesting question, Simon, and I don't have an answer for you because I just use the cheap ones from Family Dollar, man. I need an FCU for my Flux Raider as the one just decided not to function anymore. I hate it. Just send me the Flux Raider and I'll keep it. Any plans to sell the Alpha, or is it a hold on to? No intentions to sell the Alpha. If somebody wants to pay me what the damn thing's actually worth, I would probably consider selling it. How come Stormtroopers never picked up lightsabers and used them? One of them did, I thought. Any recommendations on triggers for the SIG FCU? Armory Craft. I really like the Armory Craft in my 320. No, you cannot use a gun on a live stream, gamer. It is against TOS. How's the reliability of the CZ09 Nocturne? Just picked one up, no issue so far. I don't know. I sold it to Stone, so you'd have to ask him. My 4-year-old thinks you look like the GTA character at the gun store. Why is your 4-year-old watching you play GTA? And thank you. Well, Jiminy, I have a Century C308 on layaway. Nice, dude. If the family is $1 M, how much is your sister? She gives it away for free. My favorite is the Beretta 92 FS. How's it going? Long time no see. What's up, Philip? Damn, you look ready for the zombie apocalypse. It's cool. Is that a hunting rifle? No. I subbed and like. Gotta go. Well, thank you, gamer. I appreciate that. What am I doing here? I'm sitting here. Own any Beretta. Look behind me. About to drive home from work. All right, Bruce. Do I have any favorite knives? No, not really. I can take or leave any knife pretty much. I don't really need a specific knife. Knives really don't get me going. You know what I mean? Is Shield Plus 9mm good for concealed? Yeah, it does pretty good. So yeah, mods, treat chat like it's almost like Twitch chat. Unless they get step over the line, just let it go. I do like out the fronts a bunch myself. I've got a bunch in the store. I've got Microtech, Mantis, and the Smith & Wesson out the fronts right now. What's my opinion on the Hearing Protection Act and the SBR removal from the NFA? I don't believe there should be an NFA. There should not be a registration. There should not be a control over dangerous accessories. So I hope it passes, just so we don't have to. So it's another step towards abolishing the NFA. What would you use for combat? My feet, because I'd be running the other way. Stone has not shot the 09 yet. He hopes he likes it. Currently feels small in his hand, though. You could always get the... no, because the Smith & Wesson's the same size. Why are you sitting here? Do something. Here's what I'll do for you, beautiful. I'm going to put you in a timeout for 5 minutes. If you're still here watching me in 5 minutes, good for you. How do you like the alien on the range? Haven't shot it. Won't shoot it. Sending it off to McManus here in a day. I've shot the alien before. It shoots fine. Name 3 of your favorite pistols. Fred, George, and Rebecca. I like the 1911 in your background. Which one? Ever heard of Deton Small Batch, Small Slide 45 ACP from Seattle? Yeah, so Detonics, they basically created the officer, so it's pretty cool stuff. Since when did you get a yeet cannon? Since one became available. I was bored. I was looking at the distributors. I needed to get the cart over $500 to get free shipping, so added it in there. Something I can sell for a couple of $100 or put my suppressor on it and piss people off. Opinion on binary triggers. There's one up there in the AR-15. Binary triggers are fine. I don't use mine very often because it's a waste of money. Best of luck with the spam. Yeah, well, you know what? I'd rather get the same 5 questions a lot, DB, rather than having YouTube's algorithm stop letting my channel be visible because my mods eliminate everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying something new. I have to play within YouTube's rules if I want to continue to grow the channel. So you got to bear with me, buddy. How expensive is too expensive for a handgun like the max you would legitimately pay for? That's a very hard question for me to answer because if I had the money to spend on an $8,000 or $10,000 gun, I wouldn't hesitate if I felt the gun was worth 8 to 10 grand. You're not an influencer. I'm not an influencer, but I am a gun tuber. I see Stone McManus is going to put his nuts on it 100%. Oh, yeah, he definitely will. He does anyways. Is that an assault rifle? Only if I pick it up and hurt you with it. There's no such thing. What was the very first pistol you had? A Rock Island Armory 1911 chambered in 9mm 22 TCM. Like I said, DB, you can get rid of the people that are using racist slurs and attacking other commenters, but I'm trying to see what happens. I'm just conducting a goddamn experiment. Chill out. He showed me one, super nice quality, also the first stainless, according to him. What? Showed you what? What was the first one? No, the first stainless steel 1911 to hit the market was actually AMT's 45 ACP. That is the first commercially available full stainless 1911, and it had a shit ton of galling issues. All of AMT's stainless guns did. $8 grand. What the fuck are you buying? A 50 cal Barrett? No, $8 grand would buy you a Sand Viper. Is there a pistol worth 10 grand? There's a few out there that might be. I'm not saying I would ever do it. In fact, the 7.5 FK Burno field pistol is 10 grand. What's a good pocket pistol? How big's your pocket? Don't put your nuts on my drum set. Lols. How many guns do you have? At least 3. 22 TCM is underrated. Agreed. Michael, what's going on? The hardballer? Yeah, well, the hardballer is a specific version of the 1911 from AMT. The standard 5-inch isn't really considered a hardballer. I believe it was the 6-inchers that were considered were called the hardballers. Good night, girlfriend's calling. I might be back. All right, Mountain Man. Thank you. Watchdog Alpha Series. The Demolition, I believe, was 8K. It was 8K because it had his name on it. The standard Watchdog Apache, or whatever those things were called, the standard gun is like $4,400, but because Demo Ranch wanted to get in on it, that raised the price. What's up, Junior Rodriguez? What's up? According to him, the Detonic was a first stainless with no galling issues and could run any lube. So, I mean, if he wants to continue to say that, the Detonic was not a commercially available firearm. It was not sold mass produced like the AMTs. They were all small batch hand assembled guns that were actually using Colt slides that were cut down. So he actually was modifying another manufacturer's guns to make the Detonics. So no, they're not actually manufactured firearms. They're modified firearms. They're custom shop firearms, basically. Do I have a beige gun? Yeah, there's a Glock right there. That's about as beige as you can get. FK Burnell's probably the only exception solely because it's considered an offensive pistol, not a defensive pistol, and I think it's super neat. Yeah, but you can get the PSD, the polymer frame one. In fact, I have one coming from my buddy. He actually traded me 3 guns, and I'm ordering him one. And it winds up being like $2,000 for the PSD, and it shoots the same round. What are does blue ones? Hello, Twitch chatter. Do you have a binary in a 1022? No, I have it in my AR-15, but not the 1022. What's up, Pa? Do you have either 5.7 pistol? So the 5.7 pistol I currently have is above my head over here, above the canic. It's the 5.7 Rock. Guns are so fun to collect. They can be catnip. I wish I didn't have to sell so many of my guns, but trying to start a company does that shiz. If somebody wants to sponsor my channel for $10,000 a sponsorship, then I don't have to sell my guns. Do ported barrels and slides work as well as a comp? No, because it doesn't allow the same volume of air to escape. It does affect the gun 100%. Absolutely. It does affect it, but they're never going to be as effective as a comp because, number one, you're not removing the rifling. It's not at the end of the barrel. It's usually before the end of the barrel. And number two, the ports are usually very, very small in comparison to a good comp. Thoughts on the Yugo Tokarev? Don't really have an opinion on the Yugo Tokarev. I had an original Tokarev, and I sold it because I had an ND with it. You'll get more. I know, B. It's a little frustrating. Although I'm starting to rebuild the guns that I'm not selling versus the guns I am selling. So I've noticed that it's starting to climb up around there. Which one is the strongest? The one made out of satellite. If you were in a shootout, which gun would you bring for combat? I wouldn't be in a shootout. I don't really like that question, but I would probably be carrying a 1911, so I would be using a 1911. Guns don't make you tough. Let somebody shoot you and then tell them that. So guns are just like anything else, man. There's a fine line between having it and not needing it, not having it, and also having the responsibility and the decency as a human being to know when that kind of force is legitimate. A gun does not make you brave. No, it doesn't. It's a deterrent more than it is used to intimidate. The only people that use guns to intimidate are fucksticks, and we don't deal with those here. Sorry, I'm not going to cuss too much. Can you show me the one in the back with the scope? Nope, can't pick up guns on live streams. In 7 minutes, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk through all the guns on the wall, though. Have you played the new Arma Reforger? No, I don't play a lot of games. I think if money was no issue, personally, I'd get a swagged out Staccato or 4.6 pistol starting from scratch. I would not get a Staccato because, again, if money's no object, you're going to be able to buy guns that are way better than a Staccato. Get something that's handmade, hand-built, hand-fit, hand-assembled, like a Nighthawk or a Hayes Custom, because you can get a Hayes Custom, a used one, for about $4,000 to $4,500, and they are the same. They are massively better than a goddamn Staccato. If I ever used a force reset trigger, not personally. I got Gatorade Zero there. Yep, a little bit of electrolytes. My friend just picked up a Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly. Any thoughts on it? Bear Creek Arsenal still has their long-term issues. If it's just a range toy or something to shoot around with, it's fine. Hey, Max, what's up? Do I have an attack helicopter? One of my friends identifies as an AH-64 Apache, so technically, yes. What's up? Just tuned in for the first time. Double D, what is up? If you go back a month or so, I was Double D'd. Johnny says, hi, Infinity and Atlas. Yeah, Infinity makes, Honest Outlaw just did a review on their new gun, and it was $10K. But honestly, money no object, I'd still probably try to find deals. I'm one of those guys that part of the Part of the gungasm is finding the deal on the gun without paying full price. If you ever get a chance, I'd certainly recommend playing it. It's a great game. I have a few video clips posted on my channel. Appreciate that, but like I said, I don't really play. I'm very, very selective in the games I play. I usually play mind games with people, and then sometimes I play other games that aren't the same games, that are different. Yeah, DB. See, that's what happens when DB fucking doesn't play by the rules and sends me texts. I can't go wrong with the good deal, especially on a nice gun. What I think of the SIG 2020. Can even get custom. They go up to 30K. I've seen a decent amount shooting. Yeah, so if you're going to use it professionally, I know dudes that use $20,000 Beretta break action barrels in competition. Are they BB guns or are they real? I don't know. You'll have to ask me later. Hey, Joe, just picked up a TSOS B9R carry. I'm loving the thing so far. Yeah, I'm waiting for my duty to show up. They're sending me the B9R Duty Gen 2 with the bull barrel. So let's go over the guns on the wall. When I restarted the live, unfortunately, I lost all the chats on this one. So we'll just go over it. Romanian AK-47 with the donger. Yeah, that's right. It's got the ding-dong. I put a Glock underneath it because if I'm going to put two nonsensical weapons, might as well put them together. Stevens 320 and actually 20 gauge. I don't know. I just grabbed the shotgun at Ramo to throw up on random. My custom 5.56. Henry lever action 22 with the little Tasco scope. I'm just going to show interesting stuff today. So that gun shoots amazingly now. The Gerson in the middle there, that thing shoots amazingly well. 2011. But they call it a 2311. I did have issues with the new Checkmate mags, which was a little awkward, so I need to test those a little bit more securely. That's my Gerson Influencer X. I recently got done repolishing that and dropped that one. That's a carry gun, so I have that trigger at about 4 pounds, which in my opinion is really good for a carry gun. Not too light, not too stiff. That is the Arex Alpha, and as the other guy was saying, honestly, for the right price, I would sell it. I like the gun, but I would put the money towards the X5 Classic. The Resident Evil gun with the Stars grip. Check out those grips. That's pretty awesome. Custom Kendo shop. It's the Samurai Edge cut. My buddy did that up. 5.7 right there. The Palmetto State Rock. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 carry comp metal. You can always tell the metal guns because the serial number is on the side of the frame, not underneath it. I think that's about it. And the SIG 1911. So those are it. That's right. You just watched me go over all my guns. You'll be fine. Look at the light! I need to plug in the phone so it won't die while we're talking. But yeah, that is the guns on the wall tonight. As more guns come in, I have a few trade guns coming from people. Specifically a couple of people from here, so thank you guys that have purchased stuff. As soon as those guns show up, those will go on the wall. I should probably pick up the knife I threw on Monday that's been sitting on the floor for 2 days, because that's the kind of G I am. I'm a GM! Gerson looks like a sewing needle from that short. Dude, it does really well. I have revolvers, yes. Is the MC9 Prime even worth it? Everybody says it is, but the current availability is so low that I haven't had the ability to shoot one yet. So, as soon as I get my hands on one. Charlie says, hi, what do you think of the SIG 1911? Is it worth the price? Until I shoot it, I can't give you a 100% yes or no. It feels really good in terms of the build quality. It does have a couple of things that are a little odd, like it has a half-length guide rod. I would have expected it to have a full-length guide rod. And a couple of things feel a little bit off, and I'll go into it when I do the review. Any recommendation for a 1 to 10x scope for my 16-inch AR shooting at 100 to 300 yards? No, I don't. Maybe somebody else might. My LFA Apollo 11 is super nice. So I reached out to LFA. I'm on their list. I'm on their waiting list for influencers. As soon as they send me out a sample, I will check it out. Is it the person or the gun that is dangerous? Other than every now and then a gun will accidentally fall off the wall and impact me, I have never been attacked by one of my firearms, but goddamn have you guys in chat attacked me a lot. So I'm going to go with the person. I love the fact that you called me out on the short. The fact is, I didn't call you out in the short. I called you out in the long form video, and then when after you sent me the last message, and I was like, shit, I remembered I said that. That's when I pulled it in there. I like toy cap guns. I have a revolver on top of my Lego shelf. How old are you, Wills? I traded my Apollo 11 for an AXG P365. I mean, if you like it, do it. Which handgun is most comfortable to shoot? The one you train with, honestly. Everybody is going to give you their own opinion on stuff. I personally love 1911s and that grip angle and the weight of an all-steel gun. But there are people out there that say a Glock is perfect for them. And they're wrong, but they're right because it's a personal opinion. So what you need to do is go test and shoot a lot of guns and find which one suits you best, my good friend. Yeah, Charlie, you said hi. I saw it at my local store, kind of iffy on the Prime. I'm also waiting at my local store to have the Fusion XP Pro available just to see how it feels in my hand. So Fusion has been very busy lately. I have like multiple emails from Trevin over there. He's sending me the XP and the XF Pro. I'm anticipating both of those guns so hard. I've been collecting Glock 17 mags. I mean, yeah, extra mags for the thing. As well as I ordered a threaded barrel for the XF Pro, so I'm waiting. Have I ever used an HK VP9? Yes, it's not on the wall tonight, but I do have a VP9 with the HK parts match grade weight on it. What would be a good AR-10? Do you have an opinion on that? I actually would suggest you look at something like the Ruger SF-AR, which is technically an AR-15 weight gun. It's more of an AR-15, but it shoots 308. Otherwise, go with companies that are established. Diamondback makes a pretty solid AR-10. Stag Arms. I don't know if Radical makes one yet, but there's a few of them out there. Any opinion on helmets? I know you're not a vest guy. Last stream I got to make it too, but what about a proper brain bucket? Again, since I'm not really a vest guy, I'm not going to be a helmet guy. I can't imagine anybody running into a firefight without a vest but wearing a helmet. The only helmet I'm going to be wearing is the one that I wear when it's so big it keeps me from licking the window. I prefer 1911, 2011, whatever. I like to have a manual safety. To each their own, Spartan. I started with 1911s. That's the first gun I shot, so I got accustomed to it. Although you will see in the video, when I'm tired, I tend to not drop the safety, or if I hit the safety when I'm pulling the gun up. All right, Wills. Unfortunately, I think you are too young to be here, bud. Sorry. 12-gauge semi-automatic Beretta with a 12-inch barrel. Oh. So you're saying that you have an SBS. Cool. What's the worst gun I've ever used? So I had a Jimenez JA9, a 9mm Jimenez arms gun. I had to get rid of that one because it sucked to shoot. Also, the Glock 27 and 40 cal. What a piece of shit. Look at that P10! Yeah, that's a P10F and 45 ACP, Jimothy. Bro, you're not going to shoot none. No, because you can't shoot guns on a live stream. But maybe when I get my OnlyFans, you can pay me $20 a month. I'll shoot all my guns. I'll shoot my loads at you all day long on OnlyFans. Would the CZ75 Checkmate be worth the money? No, not in my opinion. A tactical sport from CZ is probably about 80% or 85% as good as a Checkmate, and they are under 2K. Man, I hate the laws here in California. Move! I feel the same way about the Glock 29. Thank you, broke boy. First shotgun was actually a Revelation single shot 20 gauge. Things are fun. They can be. Have you tried the TSOS 1911? I've had several TSOS 1911s. In fact, the Resident Evil 1911 up there is a TSOS. I've also had the Night Stalker, which Stone is going to send on to me. Freaky ass boy. OnlyFans is not just for corn, man. There's plenty of cooking channels and things like that. I want to do it on OnlyFans because then I can take you guys to the range and live stream shooting guns. I can demonstrate firearms. I can show you how to clean them properly, take them apart. I can answer questions in live. What do you think is a good first handgun that is under $800? Dude, that's just about any gun in the gun store, dude. Just stay away from custom stuff. Every gun is under $800. So go to the store, see what fits your hand well. I would say like a PDP is a great, reliable choice. An M&P Performance Center. A Glock, if you're stupid, you can probably get an optic and a Glock for about $800. and spend $800 on a $300 gun. There's a lot of 1911s that are under $800, so there's plenty of stuff. Luke, what is up? Is that lever a 30-30? No, it's a 22. You like the TS2 race green? That's a good one. Those ones aren't available right now, unfortunately. Red dots on tactical shotguns. I have one on mine. I have a big window 510 on my 930 tactical. You would not say the SIG 320? Not for $800. You'd want at least an X5 Legion, which runs about $1,000. Stored at the Beretta Enox, my man. I'm excited. Nice. Speaking of 1911s, what's the best $700 American-made 1911, specifically in commander size? Ooh, throwing it out there. Springfield makes a pretty solid one in the Ronin, I believe, still. You can get a commander size Kimber for about 7-ish. Fusion Firearms sells some commander size stuff in about that range. 700 is it's at the entry point of walking into mid-level guns. Rock Island's commander size guns are pretty solid at that price. What about 22s? What, you don't like Glocks? Glocks are boring. I don't not like them. I hate them, but I don't not like them. I don't not respect them. I respect that a Glock runs, that it's going to be reliable, that it's going to probably save your life if you're involved in a shootout, especially if the other person has a Glock, because whoever corrects for Glock shot first will win in that competition. But they're perfectly ordinary guns. Glocks are an unflavored hummus in the world of guns. What's the gun called with the scope on it? That's a Henry 22 long rifle. You spoke about 308s earlier for AR-10. What about PSA? I don't really trust PSA's quality control. If you get one, you shoot the tar out of it, make sure it's reliable, then the gun's probably fine. What do you think of the Taurus G-Series? It's fine. The Taurus G-Series is a perfectly acceptable gun. It probably saved Taurus in the United States when it comes to their semi-auto line. Pretty solid. Glock needs to innovate. I will not pay premium price from a pistol from the early 90s. They need to innovate just because they suck. You know, they're living on borrowed time. Can you have a mod? I don't know. If one thinks you're sexy enough, I guess they can decide that you should take their place. But if you want to email them all, I guess go ahead. So far, all that was caught never left the area. Which handgun is the AK-47 version of handguns in reliability? Probably the Glock. And I say the same thing about Glock and AK, so thank you. That actually is a relevant statement. AKs and Glocks run because they have the worst tolerances of any functional firearm I've ever seen in my life. If you handed me a 1911 with the same tolerances as a Glock, I would call you a hack and probably throw it away. But because it's a Glock or an AK, rattle means reliable. No, rattle means reliable because you decided you wanted to just go for reliability over innovation, quality. Canik is pretty good. Yeah, Canik is. They're just clones of Walters, so they're pretty solid. No, that would be a High Point. No, High Points are actually fine. See, High Point doesn't tell you that they're the best gun in the world. High Point doesn't sit there and tell you that you need to pay $600 for a gun that literally everybody makes for $300 that is almost as reliable. A High Point with a threaded barrel and an optics cut and a rail and a double stack magazine is $200 fucking dollars. If Glock sold their gun for $200, I would literally never say a bad word about them. But because they try to get premium money for a mediocre gun, they get what they get. Is that M&P on the wall a carry comp? Yes, not only is it the carry comp, it's also the performance center variant. What's the best weapon to walk around with every day for low-level henchmen of street gang like myself? A hatchet. Go Asian, dude. Carrying a gun just makes you a pussy because your first instinct is to pull it out like a pussy. So, you know, grow a sack and just carry an axe. There was a $10,000 reward for inmates who escaped New Orleans jail, and half of them were caught. 5 out of 10 left. Wow, interesting. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. High Points are underrated. Some of them are, especially the carbines. The carbines actually run. Yeah. The 75D Compact Fuchs. Yes, it does. Glock hasn't changed in 40 years. Yeah, that's true. A lot of companies really haven't, though. Look at Staccato. Look at all the companies coming out with 2011s now. They're all based on STI and frickin' Para-Ordnance, and I have both of the actual brands. Although the STI isn't up there because I took it apart to clean it. Forgot to put it together. High Point does tell you in the owner's manual to use FMJs. Yeah, I wouldn't trust one with hollows anyway. Here they have a box of like 50 pistols for 200 bucks. Who does? Oh, would honestly say Glock should at least go down to 400. No, 400 is still too much. 400 with an optics cut, yeah. $400 without an optics cut, they're taking $40 off their price. That's bullshit. A Glock 19 sells for $449 with no optics cut if you get a Gen 3. So $400 is not enough of a discount. Where's your 22s? I don't play with 22s too much, but there's a few of them up there. Search, man. Look. Zoom in on your screen. Zip, zip, zip. And while you're in there, double tap that shit. Give me some likes. What do I prefer, red dots or iron sights? Either. If it's capable of having a red dot, I tend to put a red dot on it, but I'm just as happy with iron sights. Thoughts on 2011 45 ACP from Atlas? I've never put my hands on Atlas's 45 ACP, but I have played with other 2011s and 45 ACP. Ever had handguns from Turkey? Look at my wall. Is it just me or most current carry guns? Most carry guns too bulky. They just take a normal gun like the P30 and just make the grip and barrel shorter. Yeah, honestly, that is one of the ways they do it. So the 365 rejuvenated the Micro 9 market. Up until then, everybody was just carrying Glock 19s, big bulky ass things. Fifth inmate who escaped was in his grandmother's house. At least he wasn't in your grandmother's house, unless your grandmother's the same person. Weird. You need to switch. Well, Nintendo sells them right on their website. Go for it. Have you handled one of the Browning 1911 380s? No, I haven't. They're very expensive, so I really don't have a desire to. I'm sure they're very nice and well made, but they're not worth $800. Made the mistake of getting a 320 a while ago. Any recommendations on what to replace it with? Why do you consider it a mistake? Because of the AD, send it into SIG. They'll replace the internal components that make it dangerous, and then you'll have a perfectly safe gun. Plus, everybody's getting rid of their 320 right now, so you're going to get about $50 for it. So you might as well keep the damn thing and get it fixed for free, if it's even one of the ones that was on the list. It has to be a pre-2021 320. Otherwise, you're just making stuff up. Have I ever tried 50 cal? Yes. I saw some full-size Canics for under 400. I might take another look. Yeah, you can. Is 365 worth the money? If you really need a Micro 9, they're very solid. Do I own any shotguns? Yes. What are your thoughts on the Ruger LCP? Don't really think about it much. There's way better guns out there. Carry a 365 every day. Nice. Can this guy see behind him with those eyes? What a great mutation. See in the dark. Jake, not only can I see in the dark, I can also see through your bullshit and your inability to be a decent human being, and I know that that's because deep down you were abused as a child, both mentally and physically by everybody, including your mom. By the way, tell her I said hi. I forgot to say goodbye this morning. I heard the Switch 2 is going to suck. Probably. What's the best target acquisition for you, red dots or iron sights, both pistol and rifle? Well, I mean, honestly, when you train with them, red dots will always be faster because you're looking for 1 point of aim versus iron sights, which require 2 points of aim. So red dots will always be faster. I'm faster with red dots. What's your thoughts on co-witness of any heights versus just sights, no irons? As long as you trust the red dot, go for it. What's up, broski? What's up? Do you own any Desert Eagle? No, I sold mine. This guy's cooking. Dude, you want some smoke? Come at me. RG, we're not eliminating things. Just leave it all. Don't remove comments, man. I'm testing something tonight. If I want somebody gone, I'll remove them tonight. Only remove them if they're getting racist or saying slurs. Joseph, me too. Literally, we're down to 15 round mag capacity. That sucks, dude. Draco or Tech 9. Neither. They're both trash. Is that a yeet cannon on the wall? You bet your ass it is. Best $180 I could have spent. I spent $140 taking my father and my brother to a movie. or you can spend $180 and get a gun that might work. Hey, Masquerade, welcome back. Is going as per Nintendo's new user agreement. Purchasing the unit doesn't mean you own it, so Nintendo reserves the right to break the console. Oh, well, that means I'm never buying one. What's the point of having more than one carry gun and home defense gun? Choice. But honestly, you really should dedicate certain firearms to certain roles in your house. If you only have one gun, great, it does it all. But for example, my 930 shotgun never goes out to the range, really. I test fire it a few times a year to make sure that everything is good. But the 930 tactical just stays in the house, and I have a mag dedicated with green tips for my AR-15. Yeah, I know they're steel core and they'll go right through you, but I don't give a shit because where I am, it's all brick walls. If you break into my house and I shoot you, all I'm going to do is have to patch some brick walls. Want some smoke? Come at me. Yep, pretty much. Size be looking like clown nose, by the way. Love the channel. That was a weird thing to say, but go for it. Whenever they think you are breaking the user agreement, nice. Thoughts on 40 cal? I really don't give much thought to 40 cal. It's a fine caliber if you like compromises. If you own the gun, then rock the shit out of it. If you have the ability to upgrade to anything else, I would recommend it. Real question, do you have guns in your car? Only when I'm in the car. I don't leave guns in the car. I don't need to. I live in a nice area. Is a Draco still trash with the proper brace stock and chambered in 7.62 by 39? I would say nay. Once you do that, then you just have a short barrel AK-47, and then it's not a Draco anymore. Would you carry a P10? Sure. Absolutely, I would. What's my thoughts on the Glock 43? The stock Glock 43 with the 6 and 7 rounders is too damn small. Even with the upgraded mags, it's still too small. I'm a very large individual. I'm almost 5 feet tall. So my hand, I mean, look at the size of my hand next to this real full-size 40-ounce Gatorade, man. I have big mitts. This is not a 40-ounce Gatorade. This is a 20-ouncer. Just making a joke. But yeah, they're too small, man. Buy once, cry once. AR-15 recommendations. Q Sugar Weasel or Daniel Defense or Noveski. Got about 2 guns per room in my house. Yep. Is that a Han Solo blaster? No, it's not Han Solo's, but it is a Star Wars and themed blaster. It is modeled after the one Bill Burr uses. My buddy Alex built it. I just realized that I had turned completely. Sorry. Let's get you the corner view. FMJs or hollow points. If you're talking about carry, you always carry hollow points. Period. If you have a 1911 that isn't feeding hollow points, you got a problem with your 1911. Bought a Dead Air mass can. Nice, dude. That's a good choice. Buddy of mine has one, I think. Thoughts on the 365 macro? The macro's cool, 17 round capacity, but I prefer the fuse, which gives you the 17 round capacity and the 3.5 inch barrel. And yes, I have another one coming because they were on sale. I don't go hunting, so I don't have a go-to. Rock Island full-size 1911s are pretty good. Agree. Why are competition guns blue? A lot of people will use different color grips and stuff just as an identifier for themselves. They don't have to be blue. Isn't a real Draco from Romania at 12.5? I'm not even sure where the name originated from. I just know all the stupid fucks who post videos of them mag dumping a Draco and that thing is flying all over the place and they're trying to hit a lake and they're actually missing the lake because they don't know how to shoot a gun, but they think they're cool and they post that stupid shit on YouTube. They have personally destroyed Dracos. Boom, boom, boom. Hang on, guys. I'm coming. I have to report somebody for hate speech. So, do you miss the slam fire feature like in older shotguns? Not really. So a lot of those features are just for fun. I have a semi-auto, so I basically have a slam feature. You make a very good point. My buddy said at that point, just go with an AK-104. Thank you. Thoughts on 44 Special Bulldog revolver? Charter Arms Bulldogs are they're okay, but they have slightly inferior metals that they're made out of. They use a lot more aluminium in their guns, so I don't really trust the one for a 44, honestly. My Rock Island only likes specific hollow points. It's weird. That's a problem with both the feed ramp angle as well as the magazines, but it's more to do with the feed ramp. Look at the feed ramp, and it shouldn't have a feed ramp, but there are certain variants in 1911s where they have a small feed ramp, and I think Rock Island uses that variation. So what's happening is, depending on the angle or the edge of the hollow point, when it hits the ramp, it's stopping. So I've run into that with ATIs. Yeah. What you could do is make sure that you have plastic follower 1911 mags like Wilson Combats or the new Metcars, and you can overstretch the springs to make them stiffer so it holds the round up at a higher angle, and that can help bypass some of those issues. Thoughts on the Taurus Ultralight 38 Special and Plus P? I have one in the store. It's fine. It does nothing to me. What optic? It's a cheap Tasco that my buddy threw on there. I'm not 100% sure which one it is, but it's just an Amazon special. Dumb question. Will a hollow point go through glass or expand? Yes. So a hollow point, unless you're hitting bullet resistant glass or Lexan or whatever it's hitting, a bullet is going to go through pretty much most things until it hits enough resistance. Now, it will instantly start expanding, but it's going through the glass. Unless it's, again, bullet resistant. You prefer the fuse? You didn't even shoot yours. No, because I needed to get a Prodigy to break part of my entertainment center and sell it to you. So, you know, you can keep on mocking me or you can give me the gun back and I'll go get a fuse. Why you guys got to pick on me? I love you. I hate you. Do I own any race guns? Yeah, I have the STI Grandmaster, man. Become a member. You can see the video. It's up on the channel right now. Also, technically, my Gerson is as fast as a race gun now. If I had the ability to actually shoot fast, that thing would run even faster. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button if you're new here. Just do that for me. I'm trying to grow the channel organically. I don't care about money. Well, I do care about money, but I want Google's money. They're billions of dollars. Terran Tactical 1911. Terran Tactical can suck my nutsactical. They're not worth it. Do I own a crossbow? Nope. I always assumed they called them Draco, short for dragon, because the muzzle flash and concussion. Not sure. Honestly, if you want to Google it, man, I am too tired to type. Did I do any videos on the Alien? Yeah, I did a second review on it because I did one of the first reviews on YouTube 5 years ago when they first came out. And I did a re-review of it. And I'm comparing it to some modern race guns, but I did not shoot it. I do not hunt Digger. Have a specific favorite holster? No, I actually use Urban Carry 1791 and Galco, or like the ones I have right now, but that's just because they were the ones in the discount bin at my buddy's store. I really don't worry too much about the holster. I just carry whatever. Gerson is nice. I want that comp for my 1911 and 45. They sell the barrel in 45. Go to Gerson's website. That comp is part of the barrel. It's manufactured as one single piece for compliance reasons, as well as it never needs to be adjusted. So just go to Gerson's things, Chaos. They might sell the barrel. The Terran Tactical Canic looks pretty. Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%. It looks pretty. It's trash, though. It's no better than a standard one, man. It's the best 5.7 in your opinion I'm about to purchase this week. So, in terms of features and everything that's on it, honestly, the Ruger. The Ruger with a threaded barrel and an optics plate, or the Smith & Wesson. Those are the two that I would recommend over any other ones. If you just want to save money, the Palmetto State is pretty solid for a striker-fired one. In your opinion, the High Point carbine in 45 ACP is good? Question mark. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's too expensive for what it is now, but back when they were $299, they were fine. Thank you. I'll check that out. No problem, Chaos. We want the Smith bag. Get one! What's funny is you can get the same setup for less with any other Canic. That's what I've been saying the whole time, Masquerade. Yes, Terran gave his input on what to do with the trigger and the comp, but you can literally buy an SFT Pro with a threaded barrel for 500 and something bucks, put a Harrington Arms comp on it for another 100 and something bucks, and you'd still be $200 to $300 cheaper than the Terran trash. Farthest target ever shot. I don't go out past 300 yards. None of the ranges I go to go out past 300 yards, so for now, 300 yards. The Draco name comes from a Romanian factory, which is named the Cougar Draco Arms Factory. Thank you, Nero. Biggest gun you have in terms of caliber. In terms of a handgun, I've got a Smith & Wesson 460 XVR and 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. In terms of rifles, 4570. You want a match barrel for your 92 and 96. Go to Langdon Tactical. I believe they got you covered. Or Wilson. What do I think about the KDS 9C? I think it's too much money, Rick. I really want to try one, but I'm not paying $1,100 for one. If it was like $650, $700, I would take the chance. I think the Rival and Pro Series are the best value, even the MC9L and S. Yep. Ever shot a harpoon gun? No, I have not, other than the little itty-bitty plastic ones. Barstow is the only one for the 96, so I'll be getting both from there. Oh, gotcha. There you go. You already know what you're doing, bud. Yay. You bought yours off Cabela's for $700. Okay. You bought it for $700. That's pretty damn solid. I'm not going to fault you for that. But I wouldn't, yeah, if it was used. Well, that's why. If one walked into my store, I wouldn't pay $700 for it. I'd pay $700 new. I'm not paying $700 used. Used, I'll pay $500. Favorite ammo type. Good. New manufacturer. I don't really have a caliber I like or brand. But no, $700 is a solid price. Honestly, it really is. It's just I don't pay retail prices for anything. As a gun store, I'll just wait for one to come in. And I literally can get them for like 30 cents on the dollar. So it's just not worth it to me. Have I ever shot a person? No, thankfully I've never had to shoot anybody. And hopefully I never will. Shooting somebody takes a part of your own soul when you do it. So keep that in mind. Everybody's like, I'd shoot a dude. I'd easily shoot a dude. If that was true, there would be a lot less shootings because there'd be a lot more people that were braver. You know what I'm saying? Rick definitely understands. Nice. Reloading is a good thing to do. If you want to get into it, I highly recommend it. I just don't have the time for it. I know some people do it in batches and shit. You're lying. I know a bunch of reloaders, and 90% of the time that they are going to a gun store, they have to find reloading shit, or they specifically go and look for reloading shit. You say that you do it all in batches, you don't. You're always looking for primers. You're always looking for deals on powder. You're always looking for rounds. I can't dedicate my life to that. Sorry. Buddy has a harpoon gun that uses 44 mag blanks. It was insane. We'll go through a car door. Found out by accident. Yeah. Wink, wink. Accident. Favorite ammo type, as in brass solid or hollow points. Oh, so it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, I shoot FMJs at the range and I carry hollows. Again, I'm not really picky when it comes to ammo. I just don't like. Personally, I don't buy remanufactured ammo. I don't buy reloads from major manufacturers because that shite is not very consistent. Soldier TTI, and you're going to pick up a Rival. There you go. Have I ever climbed a tree? Yes. When I was doing Vines, I had my little nephew filming me climbing a tree and hanging out of it. Hey, I feel attacked. You'll be all right. I'm not trying to attack you, but you can't tell me I'm wrong. Every time you go to a gun store, especially one you haven't been to in a while, you go looking for reload and shit. I have never once looked down an accessory aisle in a gun store, ever. Even when I worked at one, I didn't know where the accessories were. I own one and I can't tell you what's in my used case for accessories. You're thinking that Beretta's lacking a bit of innovation. So if they could go back to like the Model 51, which was a Beretta 92, but a single stack variant, and then just kind of figure out the mag width just a little bit to double stack it, that would be an awesome gun. Thoughts on the comped Echelon? No real thoughts or opinions on that gun, Simba, just because I haven't put my hands on one. I like the regular one, but I traded mine for that Resident Evil 1911s. I reload ammo when I'm extremely bored. It doesn't happen often. You liar. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Maybelline. No. Berettas are chunkier. That's why the M9A3 and M9A4 have more of an inox grips or an enox grip, even though they're not enox guns. Is there ammo that makes the gun have less recoil? Yes. Lighter loads. There are light load loads out there. I have a Mac 10 with a 50 round drum of brass solids. That takes a lot of time to load, man. Subsonic ammo doesn't necessarily cause less recoil. If you look at a 45 that's going subsonic, it still has recoil. And they are a heavier round. Am I into knives? Not really. Trying to give him more to talk about. Let's give him something to talk about. That's why I think we're only going to be doing 2 hours moving forward, just because YouTube is trying to kill long. I think YouTube is also trying to kill long live streams because it's now 10 o'clock. Where are all the idiots? They're all gone now. YouTube only promotes any given channel for 1 hour now because they're trying to enhance more viewership, so they're suggesting more channels. So YouTube literally doesn't want long live streams anymore. Trying to give them more. Yep, me with having 14 tabs of different dealers on powder and primers. See, there you go. Hey, Patriot, what's up? They also make a 40-round drum mag for the Glock 43. One of those just because you can doesn't mean you should. Ah, yes. You didn't stop. You thought if you could, but you didn't stop and think if you should. Is AAC reliable? No, currently they're actually having issues. So AAC, which is owned by Palmetto State Armory, is currently not doing too well. Also, I won an auction and the guys never sent me the goddamn thing to settle up, so I'm not getting my Ducky keyboard for $1. Did it? Street sweeper review. I don't have a street sweeper. Closest thing I ever have to a street sweeper is if I go outside with this girl. I thought they were all about the long videos. They want longer long-form videos, but not for shorts. So if they can promote more channels in a day doing shorts videos, they want you to scroll through, I think. Too many light trikes? Aw. Also, they were having casing issues. Let's give them something to talk about. A little something to figure out. What about love? I don't mess with Terran tactical stuff. I think Terran is a person I'm not really interested in talking to, dealing with, or even playing with. I don't get a good feeling from him. So, if I don't get a good feeling from people, I don't engage. Whoa there, that's the AR-89. No, dude, that is the Martin's brand Martin extended barrel street sweeper. It's hard to get a hold of. Nice hand bangers. Thank you, Yukon. I've never heard somebody call them hand bangers before, but go for you, dude. I've been playing a lot of BeamNG lately, just driving down the car jump track and jumping cars. You have any rare battle rifles? No, I really don't, Zach. Mouse, you were gone for over an hour, man. I missed you. I barely was able to continue on. Longer form videos. So, yeah, actually, I think the algorithm is hurt if you're doing like straight up 801s and stuff like that. For those of you that don't know, if you make content on YouTube, you see a ton of creators who run 8 minutes and 1 second, 8 minutes and 4 seconds, 8 minutes and 5 seconds, because at 8 minutes you can have mid-roll ads in your videos. So the minute they rolled that out, all of these pussy-ass content creators that are just trying to make money off of YouTube started making videos that were exactly 8 minutes, including some with millions of subscribers, like Almighty, that guy that does the river diving. All of a sudden, all of his videos went from like 7 minutes to 8 minutes and 1 second. That just shows you who's in this business to make money. Pilot Debrief did the same thing when his monetization wasn't approved because he was having bank issues. He literally stopped uploading videos. People that do this only to make money, I unsubscribe and I will never watch your shit again. I don't do this to make money. I spend more money on ammo every month than I make off of YouTube. I found a new awesome safety selector for the AR the other day. Nice! I did, Leo. What's up, Cody? 50 BMG, have you ever shot it? Cody, let everything through. I'm running an experiment. I think I'm understanding what YouTube is doing now, but just let everything through. If anything needs to go away, I'll remove it. Yes, I have shot 50 BMG. Sounding like Jim Mechanic rival, better than the TTI. Yeah, I like the rival better than the TTI just because of the cost. How's your week going? It's going all right. Nobody's going to break into your house. Jesus. No, they won't. And if they do, they're going to be staring at that board like, oh my God, that man has a lot of guns, and they're going to take birdshot from the side. Dude, that 38 Super video looked expensive. It wasn't as bad as it could be. Yeah, I was shooting a $4,000 gun, and I shot through $50 worth of ammo because I stopped after 5 mags. But yeah. Heard the Almighty guys content dropped hard dumbly. So Almighty, number one, there is content that can be evergreen on YouTube, such as gun tubers, car reviewers, video game reviewers, not Let's Players, but people that do content that evolves over time. That kind of content can always continue. But somebody who has done 600 videos of them diving the same goddamn river or beach eventually gets very boring. You do it so that you can share, you can care less about the money. Pretty much. Yeah, some of the guys, like even with the 181,000 subs, I don't do much sponsored content that pays me because I don't reach out to companies to ask them to pay me to review their shit or even have their shit in my video. Shit is perfectly fine word. It was on Comedy Central in 1997, so it's fine here. But I don't worry about doing content where I'm getting paid to do it. If a company reaches out, wants to sponsor a live stream or sponsor certain giveaways and stuff, yeah, then they got to pay me. But in terms of the reviews and stuff, I don't take money to do reviews. They send me the product, I review it, and I put up the videos. There is no money exchange when I do a review. That Ruger 22 looks like Han Solo's. It's actually based on Star Wars, but it's not Han's. It's actually Bill Burr's character. Roger, may I ask what it is you think they're doing? So like I explained, I think YouTube is only promoting through the scrolling feature for the first hour, and then they're promoting everybody that starts in the next hour, because at 10 o'clock, literally all the people that were just being assholes just completely fell off. You're excited for the pin and weld. Yep, as soon as I get that threaded barrel protector, dude, I'm having my buddy go ahead and slap a weld in there. He'll polish it up so it looks really good, and then you'll have a perfectly good one. TTI has firing pin grinding down issues, jamming issues, not going fully into battery issues where the rival doesn't. Yeah, well, when you comp a gun that doesn't normally have a comp on it, it's based on the Meta SFT Pro. It doesn't actually come with a comp ever. And the fact that Terran puts one on that's so close to the actual slide, I can see why that would cause issues. SA got interrupted. You mentioned me saying Beer Red is not innovative. I think they're going the wrong direction with their 9s. Did I see the Miami Days, Miami Nights? Yes. So those were just TP9s and Meta SF9. They were TP9s. And yeah, we sold a bunch of them when I was at Middletown. Yukon, subscribe. Thank you. I'm excited for you to move. Yep, make sure to hit the like button. Yep, the size of the new Cheetah 80X is badass, but it's also roughly sized as some compact and micro 9s. Yes, and it doesn't fit well in large hands. If you are of a larger handed variety like me, being nearly 5.5 feet tall, that shit causes me issues when I shoot smaller guns. So yeah, everybody that's new here, hit the like button, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I'm going to try some 2-hour stuff. That way you guys aren't here as long either. And technically I'm ending at the same time. I'm just starting an hour later. You know, unless I want to be terminally online, just trying to get views. But again, that's not what I want to do. I interact. I try to answer every single question and comment that comes through. So I find that to be a better way to conduct myself. It's a much more real way of being a person. So, although, man, DB cut out. DB, if you're still here, you cut out like a little bitch because I wouldn't let you get rid of people. Calling you out, motherfather. And you drive a Toyota, but your girl is hot, so I'll let you go. They do have a single stack APX, but it's essentially a nano. Yeah, I don't approve of that one. What happened with the Hearing Protection Act? I thought it was getting voted on yesterday. No idea. Let's look. They like to push shit back, man. It's probably why Biden came out with this cancer, just to throw off votes. All right, so summary actions. They have not taken final action on it right now, according to Congress.gov. The last action was in January when it was finally proposed. There are no proposed amendments to it. There are a lot of people that put it together. According to Congress.gov, it has not been passed yet. So we're still waiting. To all you people that come in here and just let me play in the background, thank you guys. I appreciate that. So that means we're forced to deal with the jerkwads for the first hour. Lol. Kind of, but not really. It's just we need to in order to keep it like showing so that more people will continue to follow along in later hours. The biggest problem I have right now is that when, everybody's being eliminated, it's really discouraging other people. So it's annoying, but I got to play within their rules to try to grow the channel organically. Like I said, I could sit here and just give shit away. Be like, dude, if you're subscribed and you hit the like and comment, I might give you this cap. I'll sign it and shit. I am getting Jiminy Show shirts made, as well as working on the casing couch. Do you like the Arex you recently got? You know what? It shoots fine. I'm not super enthralled with it. I'm much more enthralled with my Gerson at this point. I did the deal because I got a good deal on it from my buddy, and I'm kind of already wanting to sell it. Hey, in fact, there's no tax on tips or overtime didn't pass. I thought that no tax on tips did pass. They passed the No Tax on Tips Act in a unanimous vote, so that one did pass. What's a casing couch? So, have you ever heard of casting couch in porn, Mouse? It's probably good for you to say no, especially if the wife is next to you. So, there's a picture that made its rounds on the internet back when memes were actually funny. It was a white girl sitting on a couch with 4 or 5 black dudes standing behind her, and there was no text, and it was like, if you know, you know, because they were all wearing boxers and she was just wearing a little shirt. So I want to do one with my couch, a white Gerson Regard, the Beretta, and 4 black rifles. You put a threaded barrel in a regular Hellcat. Yeah, they sell them with threaded barrels. I was just curious because the information will be useful for me. I want to try starting doing more channel. Awesome, Cody. I would love to be able to make a living doing videos. Dude, I've been doing it for nearly 10 years now, and I don't make money. But again, I don't go after sponsorship money, so there's a big difference. It's because Uncle Sam always gets his money. Passed through the Senate, going to the House. So, thought it did. Awesome, yep. It passed unanimously through Senate, so if it gets shot down by the House, that just proves that there are a bunch of really, really old people who need to get a job working for tips. One stainless camber with 4 black Glocks. No, the whatever's behind it has to be much bigger than the same size handguns. I already have it designed. I appreciate input, but stop. How have you been, Osmonic? Hope the shop as well. I've been grinding with my 3D print shop and have started selling products. Nice, dude. Do I have any hats? No, because the cost of stitching hats is too high. I'm doing a casing couch. It always has guns on it. You just started doing it to help people make a good educated decision. No, I read it. I just didn't read it out. I read really quick. I'm Asian and I have squinty eyeballs. I just started talking about the first part of it. Sorry. But no hats. I was thinking about doing morale patches, though, that you can put on a hat, but I'm not going to do any hats myself. What's the little one by the Tanfolio? That is the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. That is the 380 pistol, the little itty bitty guy. I did a video on that one. I did a video on it. You should go and watch it. You love CZs. CZs are really good, man. Damn, that's a small one. It's very small, dude. It's a 3-inch barrel, but the whole gun is tiny. Yeah, everybody says it's really good to shoot. If it was used, I'd take it out and shoot it, but it's a brand new gun, so I'm not going to take it out and shoot it. That's why we like you, Joe. You're not a beggar or a shill. Thank you. I'm anti-shill. I will denigrate Glock and Chiappa because I actually dislike their companies, and I don't care. Glock could come to me tomorrow and offer me a check for $100,000 for a 1-month sponsorship, and I would say no. Well, I would say yes, deposit the check, and then just keep ripping on them. Let's be honest. Hey, Kablamo, what is up, son? What'd you get struck again? What? No Rainbow Rhino? Nah, I'm good. What's the beef with Chiappa? Chiappa operates their companies the same way Freedom Group does. Chiappa's from Italy. Chiappa doesn't actually own manufacturing facilities. They own companies that manufacture guns. So they're kind of like Freedom Group when they bought everybody and then just started fucking with prices and quality. So Chiappa is the opposite of a gun company. They're just a business. Have I seen the 3D printed homes? Yes. You got struck again. Knock that shit off. Change your name. Get rid of the name Ammo, dude. I know it sucks, especially if you have merch. Or just change it to a 0 or something. One of those net zeros with the line through it. Do something to take the name Ammo out of your name, bro. All the channels I'm seeing get struck have the word guns, firearms, armory, or ammo in their name. Sorry. I'm just throwing out what I've seen. Skip's Guns keeps getting struck. PSR got struck again. A lot of companies are getting struck. 3D printed homes look very interesting. Yeah, so they do that, and you can then finish it up, kind of like do a stucco, or you can leave it the way they imprint it. So P10F is awesome. Very impressed with it. 100 yards on a 12-inch by 14-inch plate. Yeah, very good guns. Any updates on the SIG 1911X? No. I have it for 3 months, and I'm just going to do a tabletop shooting review and a comparison to the operator, so I'm just not stressing, dude. I've been working too hard. I literally slept 55% of today. I went and mailed off some guns that needed to go out. I waited for a few guns that were supposed to come in, and then I literally sat around and put my thumb in my butt. Twice. First time it popped out. Same as Winchester, nothing but a P.O. box that sells their logo. I bought one of their shotguns. It was a POS. Yeah, a lot of the Winchesters, yeah, exactly like you're saying, Zach. They do sell their own that they make out in Wyoming or wherever they're based out of now, but they're very expensive. What do you think of the Burst of Thunder? 50-50 on their quality control. If you get one that has good quality control, then they're pretty solid. You won't be buying anything Winchester again. I'm not going to dissuade you from doing it. My grandfather worked for Winchester for 40 years, but I'll say that after he retired, their quality went way down. Anything from PSA is trash. McManus has an alt account. No, PSA makes some quality stuff. It's just they don't have quality control. So it's kind of like the problem with Kimber for the last 10 years. They are capable firearms, but you have to finish them yourself. They're almost the real definition of an 80%er because they give you about 80% of a complete gun. Sounds good. Yes, you got to take it easy. Yep, exactly. So tomorrow, again, I'm doing nothing. My buddy got sick. He's working on his Volkswagen. I'm literally waiting for an FK Burno to show up. It'll be here on Friday, so that'll be cool. Second, the PZT in F is an awesome pistol. Bought mine non-optic ready and loved it so much I purchased an optic ready. Nothing wrong with that, Osmonic. The one behind me is actually the 45 ACP optics ready. I'm waiting on watching. Apparently Palmetto State had them advertised with threaded barrels, although I think they were just using a stock photo. Because all the SAR K12s that are on anybody's site all have Bomar fiber optic sights on them, and none of them come with it. So Winchester ammo was not made by the Winchester Repeating Arms manufacturing concern. They were made by a company that they owned. What's the newest thing that comes in? Well, the FK Burno is going to be the newest one that comes in. Missed the Wild West YouTube days. Yeah, back in the days, man, you could show anything. You could show drive-bys. You could show how to fillet your partner. Can't do that shit no more. Haven't heard from McManus in a while. He stopped in on Monday stream for about 3 minutes and then ran away. He's got a girlfriend now. He actually managed to find somebody that's willing to put up with him, and I know who it is. So he deserves her, and good for him. He's getting some trim. It's what happens when a dude who's notoriously alone gets a girlfriend. Hi, McManus. I'm not afraid to call your ass out. I need to get that P10F 45 ACP optics ready. They're hanging around $500. Yeah, I ordered one from RSR. If you can get through a distributor, you can get them for about $4.50. So a video reviewer was saying PSA had bad quality control and they just need to charge $5 to finish their stuff properly. Yes, I understand that, and I agree with that. I've said it in a lot of lives. If they just hire another quality control person and pay them an extra, whatever, if they spend an extra $1,000 a week to make sure their guns are quality, they will sell more guns and it won't cost them anything, really. If I didn't own a 97B, I would have purchased it by now. Send me the 97 and then go buy your P10. I'm all for it. It was comparing this new Ruger Glock clone to a Glock FBI model. Was a good review and an excellent channel. Yeah. I'm stuck between buying an AR pistol or an AR rifle. What would you recommend? Buy a pistol. You can always put a long barrel on top of a pistol and take it back off. You cannot do that to a rifle. So if you buy the pistol variant and buy an upper, then you have both, and then you're good to go. Especially if you're stuck between the two. And if you get a 12.5 pistol and some VMAX ammo, if you're going with 5.56, then you're solid. And the SBA 3, SBA 4 braces are almost as solid. It was your video? Oh, shit. Did I? I wouldn't watch that guy. He's a dumbass. How many people did you kill? I don't kill any people, Shuab. But I murdered that pussy the other night. Ask your mom. Hey, Quack, what's up? Yeah, honestly, Mouse, I don't watch my own videos. Dissipators are underrated. Nice. Your daughter is eating A1. She's loving it. A1 sauce, like the steak sauce. I love that stuff, dude. I put it on, what's that stringy hash brown? The potato shredded hash browns. I love those. Ray agrees with me. Hey, if I come in and I'm throwing stuff out there, you have so many videos. Honestly, and I'm gonna say this right now, and please take this not as me ripping on myself, but watching my own long form videos puts me to sleep. My own voice puts me to sleep. I like Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. I love Hobbit sauce too. What do you mean? It's the worst from the Shire. Yes, the steak sauce. Dude, I love A1 steak sauce, man. On toast, on eggs. Although just by itself, it's a little tangy. Burns my tongue after a while. But dude, on eggs and toast and hash browns, man, I love that shiz. Ironically, I don't like it on fish. That's not what irony means. I just want to see if anybody's listening. I just say Worcestershire sauce. Nice. I don't think I'd watch my own videos if I made them. Dude, there's too many of them. And I already know what I'm going to say. And when I know what I'm going to say, it puts me to sleep. Although I did edit that STI video this morning at 4 o'clock. If you guys are members, great. I'm going to put up a bunch more videos this week. I'm going to film them. I swear to God, I just slept all day today. Tomorrow, I'm going to dedicate to batch filming. I have just on the wall that I need to film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos that I have to film just off the wall. And then I have a bunch of guns that I'm still waiting on. Oh, 7. Because I got to do the yeet cannon. I actually haven't done the video on that yet. Sup, Cody? On eggs? Dude, try it. Sunny side up eggs. You break the yolk and mix the A1 sauce into the yolk and then eat the egg. You like the wood grips on the Beretta? Yeah, I'll leave those on there and then I'll put the plastic grips will just come in the box to you. Damn. Oh, and I still have to film the AREX video totally too. So technically 8 videos I got to shoot tomorrow. So that's going to be the next 2 months worth of videos going up. And I also have to edit the Gerson video. So the STI video is coming out on Friday. The Gerson video will come out next week. Did I slept all day too? My neck has been really messed up and I took off work 2 days in a row. I hear you, brother. Yeah, no, luckily since they cut the cyst out from next to my spine, I haven't had as many bad issues with my neck, but I know what you're talking about. Yes, do that on toasted bread with a few slices of bacon as a sandwich. Dude, agreed. What bread with wood grips? It's not a real can, it's a simulated can. My buddy's out in Cali, that's a CNR. However, I have to pin and weld a threaded barrel protector on it, but he is getting the fake can and I'm just going to throw one weld in it so it's fully legal and then he can just take it off when he's ready to put the can back on it. Just take it easy with the videos, go at your own pace. Pretty much, it takes me, so when I put up a 15 to 17 minute video, it typically takes me about 25 to 30 minutes to film it because I usually screw up like 4 times when I'm filming it. And then if I break right into the next gun, that can wear me out a little bit. But if I take a break, like tomorrow, I'm not going nowheres. So I'm going to sit and do all the videos tomorrow. My wife said that does sound good. Dude, try it. Next time you go to the steakhouse, like for breakfast, Stone, get some sunny side up eggs, put a little bit of A1 in there, and mix it up when you break the yolks. Looks badass. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I'm a huge breakfast foods person, so when I heard sunny side up eggs and A1s, I got a fatty. Dude, yeah. I need to get some eggs. They finally came down in price in my area. They're down to like 3 something a dozen, so that's actually reasonable. And I got to make my dad some deviled eggs. I make a hell of a good deviled egg. How does the M&P carry shoot? No idea. I haven't shot it. That's going to be next week. So I've been focusing on the STI and the Gerson the last 2 weeks because when I took the Gerson out, it had no reset for the trigger, so I took that back out this week. And then the STI, I was using the wrong ammo, so I took that out this week. But unfortunately, the optics was dead, so I didn't get a good video with that. So next week will be the carry comp, probably the AREX and or the 1911X, but I got to compare the 1911X to my Springfield operator. Takes longer to film than what comes out in the end. Oh, 100%, you know that. So the STI video that came out today is like 14 minutes long or 12 minutes long, and I started with over 2 hours of footage because I had both weeks worth, and I only inserted a little bit of the failures of the STI because it wasn't worth continuing to make it full. Although I now have all of that footage for when I finally get that gun to like 1,000 rounds. I'm at 175 rounds now, so we'll see. Oh, I held my TRP and the wobble completely went away. I was also dry firing it. Nice! Glad to hear it. Yeah, your guns, 1911s can have such a nice tolerance that a little bit of lube can actually tighten them up. Nice collection. Thank you, Toots! I like your name. Lol, I know. Yep, you know, man. So for those of you who don't know, Dad's Gun and Goats and West Virginian Gun and Goats, they're a team. They film, they do stuff. Check them out. Go over to their channel. But yeah, they know exactly what I'm talking about. When I used to film and do computer stuff, I would frickin' film for like 4 hours to get a 20-minute video. It sucks. Oh, do you guys think I should on my tech channel or a plays channel? Should I do BeamMG stuff? With my computer, I can run at full everything, ultra everything, and do a bunch of crash videos. I've been thinking about it. Don't do a video. I already want one. You'll make it worse. Lol. I could just mess with you and send it to you. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah. But yeah, go check out their channel. Pretty good dudes. They might be racist. I don't know them that well. you ever see that one streamer, man? He was like really touting this one dude. Turns out he was a racist that he was backing. It was insane. Like making tuna hard-boiled egg salad with onions, mustard, mayo, salt, pepper, and lemon. Dude, if you take out the onions, the avocado, and the lemon lime, I'm good. What's your tech channel? It's called Jiminy Tech. So Jiminy Show, Jiminy Tech. I really don't upload anything to that, and it still has like almost 200 subs or 150 subs, which is fucking hilarious. Because I can live stream from that one, and I can do gaming and stuff. I just don't. You eat it with crackers or in sandwiches. Yeah, I'm good. You can keep it. Chaos says, Mouse, I have neck problems too from car accident, riding dirt bikes. I have a degenerative nerve disorder for me, so hope you're happy. My 24 karat Glock is forever marred. I fired 2 clips. Well, it's forever marred because you're calling them clips. It scratched itself out of shame. Do I think the 43X is better than the RXM? No, the RXM has a removable fire control group, man. Makes it better every step of the way. Does the Alien have a pick rail on it? It has a lower rail on it, but not a top rail. Is that a Barry Burton style grip on a 1911? Not only is it a Barry Burton grip, it's actually a Kendo Custom Shop 1911. Don't do that. I'll buy it. Don't do what to what? I gotta go. Have a good night. All right, Patriot. Did you get the Canic Prime? No, I do not right now. I'm waiting for them to come back and stock at a distributor. Mouse, I go to the chiropractor every 3 months. Yeah, lower pick rail will work. Awesome. Have you guys hit the like button yet? It's been an hour. I could show you some guns. Which way is my eye working? Bro, Shuab, did you finally come back 30 minutes later and try to say something funny? I'm the instrument of death. Those are merely tools. You know what a tool is. You look at one in the mirror every day when you're getting ready to go out and pretend that you're a productive member of society. Come back later with the new one. Lower pick rail. Ouch, lol, but good. But it is good, damn it. I'm sorry. Send me the M&P. All right. Thoughts on pico de gallo? Isn't that stuff on chicken? I like chicken. Hi, so do you want me to make some grips for the SPO1? I'm getting your package ready. If you have the file for them, I say make them because my buddy, he loves the Echelon, so I have a feeling the CZ75 is coming back to me. I know, CWL. I burned his bottom. I made him feel like an inadequate person. And in 30 minutes, he's going to come back with something else that he feels is a snappy comeback. And I'm here for it. Also, I'm dead serious when I say that. Human beings are the instruments of death. No inanimate object has ever willingly killed somebody else with malice. I think people have the right to carry firearms. Oh, you're getting serious now. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Until you prove otherwise, I believe you should have the right to carry a firearm as well. You want wood PLA ones? That would be sweet, dude. Absolutely, Mouse. That would be awesome. No, Mouse does not make custom orders. He's my best friend. He's my heterosexual life partner. If we ever move to Maine, we're getting married. Sorry, Mrs. Mouse. If you send me the M&P, I'll end up buying it. Don't do it. No, I'm pretty sure I saw somebody say send it. Like, you're not going to buy it anyways, dude. It's a performance center for $600. Give me a break, dude. That's a cheap price. I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a deal since you're saying the P09 is too small. I'll send you the M&P comp, and you can send me back the CZ P09, and I'll give you a deal. How's that sound to you? I hit the like button as soon as I enter the room. Thank you, Chaos. Lol, who is taking up the last name? Oh, dude. My last name is awesome, man. It's Hyung. I could be Mr. Mouse Hyun. Jangwon Hyun. I'd be Mr. Mouse Hyun. See, now I made Stone really want to do the deal because I'm a jerk. I know what I'm doing. Stone's like, God dang it. He's going to make it work. And God dang it, I will just to screw with you. But I hate selling my guns. You're not really selling it. You're just returning it back to the store from whence it came. And then when you change your mind, you just buy it back. It's a P09, dude. It's not going to hurt nothing. Will SP01 shadow grips work on it? Yes, 100%. Even O2 shadow grips will work. Or shadow 2 grips. They all work, my guy. All you new people, hit the like button, please. You are a jerk. I know. The least I could do is charge you as much as everybody else. Why can't I at least be the expensive guy? He's on YouTube like all those computer builders who are charging too much. Oh no! Oh! Oh, the Moo guns are back in stock. KK, I'm going to go make you some rosewood ones. That would be awesome, dude. Like I said, I'm pretty sure my dude's going to be sending it back. Can we get a close-up? Yeah, hang on a second. Let's actually stand up. We're going to do that. I'm going to do a walkthrough of a couple of the interesting guns. Can't touch them, but we can get close, okay, kids? Also, keep looking that way. Pink clunk. Also, stump. Also, I need to repaint the floor. Do you want smooth ones or with some checkering? Checkering, please. U-cannon doesn't look right without the Osprey on it. Yeah, I got to put that back on. It's just the gun is for sale until I pay for it, so I don't want to mess with it too much. All right, so to the person asking for the Bobby Burton, Bob. So it does have actual stars grips. Those were made by a dude on the internet, very expensive, but you can see it's also been laser etched and deep cuts too. So yeah, model Samurai Edge, property of Raccoon City Police. Has an Ed Brown threaded barrel on there, really nice. There's a Star Wars blaster. It's a Ruger Mark IV that my buddy actually distressed a little bit, took the finish down in order to make the gun look cooler. Looks really good. There's a Beretta Enox Ghost. Yeah, that one looks really cooler. I just like showing this one off. That's my customized Influencer X right there. Sweet. Yep. My mom's Kimber Micro 9 has rosewood grips. Yeah. Let's see, the SIG 1911X, which just looks kind of cool. It's really bulky. Anything else really to talk about? Yeah, how about the Yeet Cannon? The actual Yeet Cannon with the threaded barrel and everything? Yeet Cannon. Oh, yeah, Stone, check that out. It's optics ready, right? And comped. Optics ready and comped. That is Stone's. Yeah. Show the Beretta, but don't touch. Yeah. So this is a Beretta Model 71. They came factory with a faux suppressor for training purposes. And Stone and Drunk, you can see on the stock suppressor that they have that big set screw indent. I'm gonna copy that same indent on the threaded barrel. That way, when we throw the tack weld in there, that way it'll be pin and welded. It'll be easily visible and removable while still looking good. So it's gonna look good, dude. But yeah, 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 yeah. Look at the light. Oh yeah. Dude, this studio light has been through some shit, dude. Look at that. It's so fudged up. It's been through it. Yeah, let's go through it a few times. It's also very warm in here. I'm going to open the door. When God closes a window, he opens a door. Well, I wish he would open one sooner, because I'm burning up. That's a good dango. Tango's ate my baby. Where is the quiet stick? The quiet stick is up front. It's a quiet riot. You ever put back up the tactical broomstick? That particular one broke, the short barrel broomstick, so I couldn't put that one back up. Yeah, field trip, yeah. That would be a good carry piece, yep. I love that short you did where you called it that. The quiet stick, the Hushaboom technology. What's up with that face? My mother saw me when I was born and she smacked me with a pan. And then your mom saw me and smacked me with her boobs. I'm not sure which one hurt more because your mom has really hard boobs. I got dummy idea. Take the bottom of the Fusion XF Pro and the slide of an ATI Omni Hybrid, the one with Glock sights. You'd have a bastardized Glock 1911. That would just be wrong on 7 levels. While we're at it, why don't I just take the top off my Grandmaster and put it on there? And you're talking about the XP. The XF Pro is the all aluminum frame one that takes Glock mags, but it's a striker fired. Sounded like a Native American. Oh. We sit on hill many times. Dingo ate baby. Dingo is dead. Am I going to do a review on the Star Wars gun? There's not really much to review. I might make a short just showing it off, but I have no idea, no desire to do that. How was it cleaning the STI after the range trip? It's not hard. You just open the slide, use a paper clip to get in there to retaining clip, and it comes off like a 1911. Are Match X's out yet? I need one. Technically, yes, but technically, no. They were all bought up by like Buds and Sportsman and Cabela's and all them companies. So they're the ones that are actually selling them. I can't get them through my standard distributors. Hello, RC. Have a good night, Jim. Thank you, Dad. Dad, have a good night, Dad. I want my dad to have a good night. Tell your boy I said hi. Actually, tell him I said... He won't know what it means, and that's what makes it funnier. Oh no, Peacock is still trying to run my card that's expired. Peacock is worse than Adobe, dude. They keep trying to run a dead card every single day, even though I canceled my subscription. That is some bull crappies. Bet. You are Lego car guy. Nice. Huh. Hey, I'm over 181,000. I'm on the cusp of 200. Everybody, sign up now. Subscribe. Damn it, now. I'm gonna play the old YouTuber game. If every one of my subscribers gave me $1 a month, I could buy a new Porsche Panamera. I just want you to hit the like button. Don't send me any money. If you send me money, I'm gonna waste it on things like air. I'm getting so tired. It's also because I slept too much today. So if you sleep too much, and you sleep too much, then you become sleepy. So we're only going till 11 tonight, guys. I know I used to do 6 hours. I can't do 6 hours anymore. I can't even do 3 hours anymore because YouTube doesn't make it worth it. And I don't mean worth it in terms of money because these videos aren't monetized. It's not worth it in terms of the time, dude. They do sell air in a can. Yes, they do. They do, 100%. Also, if you go to a gas station like the shitty old ones, they charge you for air. Although by law, I think they're supposed to turn those on for free. So tired too. I got to try to go to bed early tonight and wake up early and get my ass to work. Yeah. Well, good luck to you, brother. I hope that you feel better in the morning. Set the stage for success. No. Thanks. I can still stay on. Oh, I appreciate that. We're going to go 16 more minutes, children of the internet. Make sure that you're here for it. Oh, that's where I can message him. Hang on a second. Wow. 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 Dude, have I never sent a direct message to Stone on here? Oh, there he is. I just made him an offer he can't refuse. Heard that before. When you ask, they make a big deal about it or just give you quarters. What? Have a good night, fellas. Are they selling mags for it? I think I'm getting one right now. Checkmate makes the mags for the Match X. Told you I'd be back if the girlfriend went to sleep. You poisoned your girlfriend. I'm here for it. What prompted you to discover your interest in guns? What was it exactly? I've always been into guns. Like, I had air guns back when I was selling cars still. What really got me into guns, though, was the fact that my buddy and his dad opened a gun store. Stone just typed in a lot of stuff. Any new guns coming out you have your eyes on? No, nothing coming out that I have my eyes on. On Discord, yeah, I sent you a message on Discord. Oh, dude, something is wrong with my arm because I am so sensitive right now. Dude, if any of you have ever had a girl that really liked when you touched them because it gave them that feeling, that's what my wrist feels like right now, and that's what my nerves are like. I'm gonna need a minute because it changes from pleasure to pain in like an instant. And right now, I am so sensitive on my hand right now that if I pull it up into the air, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna make you a blue blaze paint. Awesome, that'd be cool. How long ago did you start getting serious with guns, like learning? 2017. End of 2017 is when I bought my first gun. So how's the Ruger RXM? Haven't shot it yet. It looks really cool. Let me find my other phone. I hear ya. My arm feels post-nut if dudes want to understand what I'm feeling right now. Don't know why. Sorry, who makes the mags? Checkmate. Checkmate. Wow, that's messed up. Yeah, trust me, it feels really weird on this end too right now. I didn't even get the build up. It was just wham bam, thank you, arm. Yeah, I love nerve damage. I love brain damage. I can tell when it feels good, then when it hurts. Dude, it's literally like when they just grab you like a vice and it hurts. And it starts to radiate underneath the arm now. And the hand just went dead. Numb. Sorry, not dead. Interesting. Yeah, well, I can look at a car's headlights and tell you exactly which way it's coming. Since you guys send the SIG 1911X back to them after, you can do a rough test on it. No, if I damage it too much, they might get pissy. I can't even remember when he shot the T-shots. Probably the last time I was down there. honestly. I mean, have you been to the range much since the last time I was there? Oh no! I'm live on my own channel. I just got the notification. Yeah. No, I'm not going to damage it. They didn't tell me I could do whatever I want with it. They just said it was a T&E gun. But I am going to reach out to them probably in 2 months and just see if I can just buy the gun, if they'll give me a cheaper price on it. I know what their invoice price is on it, and it's not that low. So I'm not, if they try to make me pay them invoice price on it, I can tell if a car is caught by its headlights, but I can't tell when my girl is flirting. Oh, trust me, your girl is always flirting with you. Also, you can always tell a cop car because they don't have fog lights. They're Explorers, or their pursuit vehicles, whatever they're calling them. Their pursuit SUVs, their Torai, or even their Mustangs and their Chargers. None of them have fog lights or even LEDs. I mean, if I could have it for about $800, I'd definitely keep it for $800 because at $800, an optics cut 45 would be a good price, but not for 15. If they actually make MC9L's LS's version of the SFX Pro Arrival, that'd be perfection. Huh? Is it just a staccato style mag? Yes, Checkmate makes the mags for staccato, TSOS, Gerson, LFA, and a few other companies. Checkmate is the original manufacturer for staccato mags. We call them cruisers. In California, the cop cars don't have tags. They say CA exempt on the license plate. Yep. Oh, we shoot the TSOS now? Lol, I want to shoot it with my FNX. I don't know. It all depends on how the SIG shoots. Agreed. If it shoots like trash, then I don't want it. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It actually looks like the gun runs, and it feels really solid. Like, have you ever picked up a gun that's stainless and it feels like it's not? This one really feels like it's cut from stainless. You know what I mean? Like it's really a stainless. Yay! My order. My Palmetto State Armory sights and things. Dude, True Glow Tritium Glock sights, suppressor height sights were $60 on Palmetto State. Had to get them. You can shoot some proof loads with a string. Yeah. We need you to put tracers in the Ruger and get an Anakin Skywalker suit. Except it's not actually the Han Solo blaster. It's from the newer series. It's Bill Burr's. So what I need to do is shave my head and make raunchy comedy jokes about people. Yeah, and then I went to the park, and then all these people were like, "You're stupid," and I was like, "Yeah, but you're stupid too, and I'm Bill Burr." Pretty much the Prime without the integrated comp, slide cuts, and a threaded barrel. I do know they do make them. Yep, absolutely. I just don't want to spend the money. Still, we need tracers through it, and I don't mean put Smith & Wesson. You didn't mean to put Southwest. You didn't mean to put Sugar Weasel. You didn't mean to put SeaWorld. Seawater. Seaman Whiskey. I don't blame you, lol. They're expensive. No, I just don't want to shoot the gun with tracers. I don't want to shoot the gun at all. It's not my gun. I don't like shooting guns that aren't mine. Honestly, I really don't. 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 Oh, all my shit showing up on the 23rd? That's awesome. Somebody in the Discord is typing words, yeah. Don't you know it is real fun? Doodly-oo-doo-doo. Going through too fast. Gonna read too slow. Hello? Hello? bad for the bore too. I heard tracers wear it down. I mean, you can shoot anything a few times, but yeah, I don't know if I'd go ape crap doing it. I just quit Discord. I swear I'm quitting cold turkey. I'll never smoke Discord again. I got you. My bad. I'm dumb on 2011s. No, dude, that's fine, bro. So if I had some, say, random staccato mags sitting around, they'd work in it? Yes, 100%, because... Oh, I don't have them in here. All the mags work. They all interchange. You can even run some Duramags out of a Prodigy, and it might work. So for a moment there, with you singing Candy by Robbie Williams. Yeah, he's British. So if I had to say something random, yes. If you had stack-a-do mags, they would work in your gun. Stack-a-do mags, they're really real fun. I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna say this. All right, Mountain Man, you have a good one, all right? Guys, it's getting to the end of it. I'm going to pick you up, show you a couple of guns again, and then we're going to end this shizzball. Trying to turn the computer on to get to Discord, but I haven't turned it on for a few months, so it's taking a minute. On Reddit, people have been buying the new HD staccatos in California, and the mag disconnect is permanent. Damn. Sucks to be in California. Move, buddy. AK. That's cool. AR. That's cool. Gerson. Cool. Sign from Drunk Mouth. Cool. Stuff. Yeah. Things. Yeah. Night Night RG. Is there a blue book for guns? Yes, there is a blue book for guns, but it's terrible. It's not accurate. You need to actually go and look at guns in the world. Hey, Pay. I'm killing it early tonight. I'm very tired. Plus, YouTube is killing YouTube gun channel live streams. Damn, sold. I knew you'd say yes. But you got to buy a Glock too. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to bed. You guys go to bed. I will do a 4-hour live stream on Friday to make up for YouTube being a bunch of crackerheads. Have a good night. Alrighty, guys. All you guys be good, alright? I'm going to hit this button, then I'm going to go away.